Altaros versus H&N. That's what we're doing today. 40 grain H&N slugs versus 40 grain Altaros. Now, I've heard a lot of hype about these Altaros slugs lately, and I haven't had the chance yet to shoot them. But I did manage to get my hands on a pack of them, and so that is absolutely what I plan on doing next. The last thing I was doing with this Epic 2 was using it in the 50-yard bench rest at EBR, and that it worked great for. But I had to tune it way down to get the pellets really singing at the right velocity. But for these 40 grain Altaros slugs, I'm going to have to retune this thing back up and probably basically be sort of starting over from scratch here, but I don't mind at all because I am excited to see what this thing can do with slugs, because from what I've heard, it is an absolute slug slinging machine. So here we go, guys. Today we are going to do the showdown. Altaros 40 grainers versus H&N 40 grainers. I'd like to give a big shout out to my good friend Roger for his help with advice on getting this Epic 2 tuned up and sort of what to set on the regulator and hammer and everything, how to do that, and he is just a great, awesome friend of mine, so huge shout out to you, Roger. Thank you so much for helping make this happen, and with no further ado, guys, let's roll right into it with some 100-yard shooting. Way better than that just previously, of course, when the cameras weren't rolling. There, that one looks a little better. I was probably just not doing a very good job on the shooting on that first one. Alright, so let's see how some of the H&Ns go. Now, I've been told by my friend Roger Lake that I'm not really supposed to just go back and forth between the H&N and the Altaros, because mixing the lead, they won't be as accurate. And if I was going for like 300 yards or something, I would definitely have cleaned this barrel and shot only the Altaros out of it. But since we're doing this sort of versus type video with the H&N versus the Altaros, kind of have no choice. We just got to go one and then the other. So here we go. H&N 40 grainers. go up here. Man, that looked like it did really good, but hard to for sure tell from here. So let's go down there and get a closer look at those. All right, so we shot this group here first with the Altaros. That was like, I would say, a cider-ish group, because after I really figured out what I was doing, I brought it down here and I shot this group right there, which I'm going to say that's just right at an inch. Everything there is on the inch square or just about, so that is an inch group right there with those Altaros slugs at 100 yards. So that's where I'm at so far with the Altaros. Then I brought it over here and did these 5 shots, kind of sighting it in there with the H&N 40 grainers, and came up here and did that 5 shots to finish it out. Now we had this one shot go low into the right, but the other 4 just basically stacked for us right there. And so what this is kind of making me want to do here, seeing that we've got more or less like a tie really between the two, I'm going to have to do one more group of each of these, and then we'll make that our final call. Now the Altaros. Wow, that looks really good from here. Let's go down there and get our final look here. All right, guys, so we brought it down here today for 2 final groups. And I don't know what, I probably screwed this up here on the H&N, because the Altaros just pulled it away in a landslide victory there. I mean, just absolutely stacking them up there at 100 yards. We had the one go just a littlest bit to the left, but still very much under an inch. And this is 4 shots right there. I mean, goodness, I'm almost speechless here. I can't even come up with words. But, I mean, this right here is not great with the H&Ns. I mean, I did that over there. I would say that's better. I mean, but really, all 3 groups are kind of almost equal, really, just in light of everything, right? But those Altaros, after I finished shooting that first sort of cider group, dialed that in, and then brought it down to that. Wow. So I think we can say that so far, those are our winners. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments what you would like to see me do in the next video. How far out you think I could be able to get accuracy or push these Altaros slugs 300, 500 yards? Let me know. What do you guys think? Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, check out one of the other couple of videos that I've got up on screen for y'all right now. And until next time, shoot straight, stay free. I love you guys.